All right, let's pull back the curtain on a deal that shows the absolutely mind-boggling price of admission to the top tier of AI. This is a story about a tech giant, a super ambitious startup, and a cost so high, well, you could measure it by how many cities it could power. So let me just ask you this. What do you think the price tag is for creating an AI that can actually go toe-to-toe with the best in the world? Go ahead, take a guess. Whatever number you have in your head right now, it's almost certainly not high enough. Yeah, we're talking tens of billions of dollars. And look, that is not some hypothetical number. That's the real value of a groundbreaking agreement that shows just how massive the stakes have become in this race for AI dominance. And that brings us right to the heart of the story today, a landmark, multi-billion-dollar deal between the AI startup Anthropic and, you guessed it, the tech giant Google. So when you boil it all down, the deal is actually pretty simple. Google is giving the AI startup Anthropic tens of billions of dollars worth of raw computing power. And the goal? To seriously supercharge Anthropic's AI assistant, Claude, and give it the horsepower it needs to take on the world's best. To really understand why this is such a massive bet, you first have to know who's at the table. So who are these companies, and what's really at stake for them? Okay, first up is Anthropic. Now, on paper, they're just a startup, founded back in 2021. But, and this is a huge but, don't let their age fool you. The company was started by a group of former leaders from OpenAI who left because they had some serious concerns about AI safety. That kind of pedigree and that mission makes them a major force to be reckoned with. And that pedigree, it's paying off, big time. Even though they're a startup, their market power is just immense. Anthropic's latest valuation puts the company at a staggering $18.4 billion. That makes it one of the most valuable AI companies on the entire planet. Anthropic's flagship creation is their AI assistant, Claude, and this puts it in direct head-to-head competition with ChatGPT from OpenAI. Yep, the very same company its founders came from. You really can't make this stuff up. So make no mistake, these two are locked in a super high-stakes race to build the most capable AI in the world. So we know the players, but what is Google actually providing in this massive deal? It's not just a big check. It's something way, way more valuable in the world of AI. The real currency here is access to what are called tensor processing units, or TPUs. You can basically think of these as Google's secret weapon. They are custom-built computer chips designed for one specific purpose, running massive AI models faster and more efficiently than pretty much anything else out there. And the scale here is just, well, it's immense. Through this deal, Anthropic is getting access to up to 1 million of these specialized Google chips. 1 million. That is a truly mind-boggling amount of computational firepower. Now, all of that hardware translates into an enormous amount of energy. This deal gives Anthropic, and I'm quoting directly from the source material here, well over a gigawatt of capacity by 2026. But what does a gigawatt even mean in the real world? Well, to put that into perspective, the U.S. Energy Information Administration says that a gigawatt is enough electricity to power about 350,000 homes. Think about that. That's the energy needed to fuel the AI ambitions of just one company. Incredible. A deal like this doesn't happen in a vacuum, you know? It's a key move in what a lot of people are calling the AI arms race, which, it turns out, involves a really complex web of partnerships and, of course, fierce competition. And just look at this ecosystem. It shows that no one can go it alone. You've got Google as a partner and investor, providing those TPU chips. But Amazon was actually Anthropic's first big backer, and they're still their primary cloud provider. At the same time, they still rely on chips from the market leader, NVIDIA, all while competing directly with OpenAI. It's this delicate, fascinating dance of partnership and rivalry. Okay, so let's pull all these threads together. Beyond the huge numbers and the crazy tech, why does this one deal matter so much? What does it really tell us about where AI is headed? You know, the big takeaway here is that the rules for building elite AI have fundamentally changed. It's not just about writing clever code anymore. It's about getting your hands on immense computing power. Access to specialized chips from companies like Google and NVIDIA has become the main competitive battleground. And as the costs just explode, even the biggest players can't go it alone, which makes these strategic partnerships absolutely essential just to survive. Which leaves us with a final, really big question to think about. As we watch these multi-billion-dollar deals get signed for chips and the energy to run them, you have to ask, right? In this global race for AI supremacy, Is raw computing power the new oil?